All right, conspirators, we are on episode 3, Ransom.
Manuscript anyway.
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Okay.
Folks. Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
All right,
Yeah,
Jesus.
how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
All right, I'm just trying to, find a break in here so I can actually, see what these manuscripts say.
Departure by Alan Wake.
So, departure... Wait, hold on.
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
It's like, I just want to go back through and see what these are. It's like I haven't had, an actual, just 5-minute break in this game to see, what this is here. Let me,
The beacon stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Okay, so this is the manuscript. So yeah, I missed 1, 2, 3. I missed 4 pages in the first episode.
Before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came, I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. "The cabin on Cauldron Lake?" she asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help, but I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Okay, so that was the last page I collected for episode 1 of Nightmare. Just trying to get caught up here. Damn, that sucks. I missed 4 pages. Let's see, episode 2. Looks like I missed 3 pages in this one. Let's just go through them.
About the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power. The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe. In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason, packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo, things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a writer to catch, at any cost. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
Okay, so... Oh, there's like more.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Okay, yeah, that's when we battled that chainsaw dude.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was. The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
Okay, so I actually missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages from episode 2. I don't know. Can I still go down from number 1? No, I just missed 4 from number 1. Now we're on number 3. And yeah, okay, we haven't collected any pages yet. We just started this. So I'm wondering if there's a way to go back and recollect those pages. I don't know. But all right, guys, I just wanted to take a quick moment to go through and read that. So I want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. It's like we just haven't been given a break in this game to just like, figure out like what the hell we're supposed to do. It just keeps going. Where are we going, my guy?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Why'd that guy like go over here to the... I don't know what this guy's doing, man. Is this her place here?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
It's a thermos shining in there. That's what we're here for. Yeah, she's standing right there.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey,
Yeah, I wouldn't be
this is
drinking
really
anything
good.
she's serving, man. You could definitely tell something's off with her.
Yes,
My manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
I knew it. She drugged the frickin' coffee.
What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
Finish what I started.
Turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
So is this old lady, is she wanting me to write the book?
Hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
I'm so confused as to what's going on. Look at the shrine this Rose has to me, man. Are you kidding me? I'm wondering if the old lady that he's calling Barbara, if like maybe she's like my alter ego, maybe?
I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free.
Yeah, Rose,
Milk and sugar on the counter there.
we need to talk about the shrine going on in your bedroom that's dedicated to me.
Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry, wake
Barry
up,
was out
dude.
of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Alright. Guess we're on our own. Got an herb.
My gun and flashlight were gone.
Damn
I had
it.
to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
So what the hell am I supposed to do here? Get to the car? No, I can't go that way.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking.
Just gonna go and explore this area here, because yeah, based on the transcript pages I've missed and whatnot, they could be anywhere. Is there anything up here? No. Ain't nothing up here. Here's Randolph.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
What? Oh.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
What is going on? Why are they shooting?
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Escape the police? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, crap. You guys don't see anything. I'm not down here.
Stop running! There he goes!
Damn, they spotted me.
Okay, men. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, Christ.
Damn.
Do I go up here? I don't even know where I'm supposed to go, man. Just trying to stick to a path here. What the hell is this? Is that a... Okay, so if I get... See, I already missed a page somewhere in that trailer park.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start reading these as I collect them from now on. What the hell? I don't... We're gonna go toward the light. What was that way down that way? I don't even know. Like, are we good? Are we still being chased? Yeah, we're still being chased here. Now the darkness is here. Oh, man. There's another cop car. Is there anything in there? No.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Alan Wake, fugitive of the law. Oh, God.
You on the ground. Hold it right there.
Oh, damn, he shot me. Oh, my God. What am I supposed to do, man? I don't have any weapons. Take it, I gotta get to that tower. We good now? It's a thermos.
This is Jane. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over. Thornton here. Jane, we've got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were just... Hey,
know what we're supposed to do with this. We just zoom in on this? Like, what? I don't know.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Oh, yeah, looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Should we go back down? Oh yeah, I guess we gotta go this way. Is there any pages laying around anywhere? I don't see any.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down to the mines, my guy.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Okay, so like, what do I do?
There was no power to the searchlight.
There's a thermos. Yeah, like shine this on the gate, maybe? Yeah. Okay. This game is just so bizarre, man. Oh, there's another... Jesus. Okay, you win. Oh, there's my flashlight. Okay. I absolutely love this whole element of using like light against the darkness, man. It's so cool.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Throw a flashbang R1. Okay. There we go. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, man. Go to the light. Here we go.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know.
So I got 7 of these to use. Leave me alone, bro. There's still someone after me? There is. I was like right in that guy's face, man. It's a cop car. Anything in there? No. They're still after me. Got 4 left. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like, Jesus Christ, there could be freaking manuscript pages anywhere in this forest, you know? There's a guy over there. That's gonna have to be, like, its own thing at some point. I mean, I'd have to, like, play this game once by just focusing on just exploring and finding the damn pages. I don't know. I'm just trying to get through the main game here.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
I see a thermos. What are these? They're all locked. There's somebody there. You go finish exploring around here.
The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Let me enter. I'm throwing a flashbang. Those are your options.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt it.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
We still on the run again? We're still on the run. All right. Reach the train depot.
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. The book, The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
So let's read that manuscript page we just picked up.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Yeah, that Agent Nightingale, how that guy works for the FBI, I don't know, man. That guy's just like firing bullets. He don't even care. Alright, this looks like we gotta turn the lights on. Oh, come on, man. Dude, I'm just trying to use the freaking flare.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
All right, guys.
So many cliffs, it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here with this episode here. God damn, he died again. It's like 5 times he died so far in this game. But yeah, we're getting a little bit further into this story. I'm so confused about the old lady with the black veil and black dress. Like, I don't know if she's... Look at that guy. I don't know if she's like a good guy or bad guy. I mean, the game's portraying her as a bad guy, but I'm almost thinking like maybe she's like my alter ego or something at this point. Like, I don't know. But I don't know. We gotta still collect these transcript pages and get them to that army dude that's apparently holding Alice ransom. I don't even know if that's even true. So who knows, guys? But we'll continue this on in the next one. But thank you guys for watching. As always, conspirators, stay charming, and I'll be back soon.